All right, Jason, we all know the problems that Steelers defense has had. How are they preparing to stop a unit with Ryan Fitzpatrick that has been on fire through the first 2 weeks?
Well, you better stay deep, and you better stay deep early because we've seen Fitzmagic just take shots down the field. I mean, he has this game plan. He has zero fear going out there, and he's just dropping bombs out. And he knew coming in here, like, look, Dirk Cutter's probably going to be the first to get fired. Nobody thinks I'm going to win coming in here replacing Jameis. And so I think that's allowed him to just cut it loose. And you're seeing that with his style of play. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, is being aggressive with their mindset. Went on the road. We saw what he did with Drew Brees week 1, and then last week the Super Bowl champs coming in. So you watch Pittsburgh's defense. I heard what you guys are talking before I came on. Golic, you're right on. This defense looks like it's in disarray. This is not the Steelers way that we're looking at. And you watch them, it's just breakdowns, getting beat, one-on-one matchups across the board, and then the miscommunication. I mean, I think the sign and the stat that I looked at was Patrick Mahomes had more touchdowns than he had incompletions last week.
It's just amazing. They're 24th in overall defense, dead last. They're giving up 152 yards rushing on the ground. That's something I did not see coming into the season. And we also, Jason, didn't see this Tampa Bay offense coming into the season. Take everybody into that locker room now because Jameis Winston is coming off suspension after this game, but Ryan Fitzpatrick has been fantastic. So what is the air like in that locker room, do you believe, with Ryan Fitzpatrick going forward?
No, it's electric. I mean, they're riding the wave. I mean, it's been a long time since they've been in the playoffs, but just right now, and when we've met with Fitzpatrick, he shared with us, he said, Jason, I'm easy come, easy go. I've been on 7 different teams, and it's been a roller coaster ride for me. And I think because of that, it's really allowing him to cut it loose and enjoying it. And he said it. He's like, I think over the course of your career, when you're on that roller coaster, the lows are so low that you can't appreciate the highs. And I know through my experiences that way. And so I think now that he's on a high and where he's at in his career and this opportunity to say, all right, I have Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Deshaun Jackson, Chris Godwin. I'm going to grip it and rip it. And the teams and really the entire city's rallied behind him and his approach. And they feel like they can go out there and win and get to 3-0.
Well, certainly they are playing at a very high level. Jason Witten, the newest member of our Monday Night Football team, joins us this morning. Let's talk about your old team, Jason. That would be the Dallas Cowboys. You were there for some of that magic for Dak Prescott and his rookie season, but he has now thrown for under 200 yards in 9 of his last 11 starts, and I think 10 of his last 13. What's wrong with the Cowboys' passing game?
Well, I mean, that's a tough stat, what you just said, Trey. I mean, and it's that offense is built on running the football. We know about Ezekiel Elliott and the offensive line. Well, it's not just like you can just run it on any front. I mean, when they have extra defenders down, then you have linemen. It's not like you're just displacing these guys 4 or 6 yards off the field, as good as that line is. And so you have to have some big strikes. If you look at the most prolific offense in this league, there's the play action, there's one-on-one matchups. You're stretching the field. And Dak just not been able to do any of that on the outside to kind of flip field position or string together a drive on a big shot. It's just too hard. It's too hard in this league to think that you're going to go 75 yards consistently, 5, 6, 7, 8 drives, and that's what you're seeing. The passing game has got to get going because actually they're playing pretty good defense on the other side of the ball.
Jason, last night, Matt Patricia, new head coach of the Lions, got a win over his former team, beating New England. Beat them up pretty well. New England only ran 47 plays in this game to the Lions 70. So New England is 1-2. The best they can finish at the quarter pole is 2-2. That's what they were last year and ended up in the Super Bowl. Does it seem different to you, though, this year, how this team is playing? That gives you a little bit of pause?
Well, I think, going against Matt Patricia, maybe he showed a formula. I mean, that offense has been so dominant. And, Tom Brady said last night, I mean, it's not like they're doing a bunch of different coverages. But without having that dominant threat on the outside receiver that we've seen him have for so long, it allows them to double Gronkowski. If you can't get the running game going consistently, it puts a lot of pressure on Tom. But I don't think so. I mean, look, they have been the gold standard. They'll figure it out. The defense will play better. As long as Bill Belichick's on the sideline and TB12's breathing, I mean, you can't bet against them. So, maybe Patricia showed something, though, that teams can now look at and say, okay, after going against them every single day, this is a formula of how you have to attack them. But they'll regroup like they always do. I think they'll be contending come January.